As a matter of fact, I can give you an example. I have one recently where there's a couple that are young. They're in their probably early 20s, mid 20s, and the guy, they just had a baby. So he's been having some beers in the parking lot with his buddies because they have a baby and the wife doesn't want him to be want the baby to be disturbed. And so the other tenants who also have families called me and said, "Hey, this guy's keeping us up. They're making noise." So I went over there and I talked to him. I said, "I can't have you guys in the front." And he's like, "Well, you can't. We just had the baby."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, you have 3 other buddies here that don't live here. That to me looks like 3 other houses. Why are we in front of my building?" And so all of them were like, "Oh." And I was,
Go hang out at their house.
right. And so what I did, they were upset. They all left. Cooler heads prevailed.
Right.
That was on a Friday. Sunday morning, I called the wife and I said, "Hey, I just want to swing by. I'm not mad at this. Nothing. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit." And so I brought the document, the lease, and I said, "Look, this is part of it. It says at 10 p.m. you can't make any noise. Number one. Number two, it literally prohibits that type of activity in the parking area."
Right.
I said, "So it's in the lease." And then, of course, he was like, "I know, but we were just having a little bit of fun." And so all it did was back what I was doing. And like I said, having a little bit of empathy and saying, "I understand. I was young once. I had young kids. You needed to blow off some steam. But now think, your wife wants to keep her baby quiet. You guys have the farthest apartment, so they're farthest away from the noise. There's literally 2 families that are right by the parking lot."
Right.
I said, "So imagine if you were one of those."
Someone else up.
And then he's like, "No, you're right." And of course, I didn't argue with him after a couple of beers.
Right.